My name is Charles Michael Yunker. My highest rank in the Navy was Radarman Second Class E5. Later I served in the Kansas National Guard and attained the rank of E6. I got out of the Navy. I extended I was due to get out in February of '71. I extended for the duration of the cruise, which we got back to Pearl Harbor probably the last week of February, and I flew to Treasure Island, was there for 5 days, translated out, and was discharged sometime, I don't remember the date, in March of '71. Went to my hometown, went back to college, joined the National Guard, served 3 years there, and then I went to work for the Kansas American Legion as their Children and Youth and Public Relations and Children and Youth Activities Director, and became the department, or the state adjutant, which is the chief administrative officer for the American Legion. And that's where I got involved in service officer work, VA claims, and more of my interest. So it's kind of targets of opportunity, so to speak. And I'm very glad that I was in those positions, because otherwise, I'd get the ship on the Brown Water Navy list, because Congress kept dragging their heels as far as Blue Water Navy, and now that's all done, but there's been several guys that, well, we've lost a couple, well, we've lost several, just on my ship alone. And the whole Agent Orange thing was a mistake that the U.S. government made, which drug their heels as far as acknowledging it and taking care of it. Gave a lot of veterans the same feeling that the atomic veterans did. If they put it off long enough, they'll all be dead, and so forth. The Legion, on the national level, commissioned a couple studies that proved a lot of the Agent Orange connections, and that's helped. But then again, it was they still drug their heels about putting acknowledging it. And at one point in time, I read that the VA was following the guidelines of an Australian study, which indicated that the ships that ingested the water and ran it through their evaporators basically eliminated the Agent Orange potency. But it did say, like, that there was some residual effects, but it didn't offer any specifics. Like, and it got down to, well, how many parts per million does it take to kill somebody? And they ignored that stuff. Later, the Australians came out with a second study, which some medical association in the United States also came to the same conclusion, that running Agent Orange tainted water through the ship's evaporators actually enhanced the stuff. And on a ship, just like its fuel before the nuclear, the old fuel oil ships and the ships that ran on JP5 and so forth, whatever, ran on organic fuels, they're constantly shifting fuel from one tank to the other to maintain the ballast and balance of the ship. Well, they did the same thing with water. So if you have tainted, Agent Orange tainted water in one water tank, you might have it in the next one the next day because they're shifting water constantly back and forth to maintain balance and ballast. And it could be there, for years.